This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Welcome into you. Hope your New Year's Eve day, right, is off to a good start. Is that what it is?
Here we are,
Sometimes
right.
I get confused. I'm Rebecca Smith.
Midnight seems a long way away, but it's already the new year in parts of the world.
Yeah.
We're going to be checking that out in a bit. I'm Bill Bryant. It is Thursday, December 31st.
Now at 6 a.m., a long night for police after they say suspects crashed into a cruiser before leading them on a chase.
I love you, boo. I love you so much.
A Kentucky mother talks about the search for her missing daughter this morning.
And it's the biggest party night of the year. Look at some of the events around town and ways to stay safe.
We have 30s and 40s this morning, even some patchy drizzle here and there, but for the most part, staying dry. It's all about the temperatures today at 39 degrees. Now, I'll show you even colder temperatures in your forecast and maybe even a few flakes. That's coming up.
And there's a lot going on early. Let's get to the news.
Yeah, it was a very long night for Lexington police. They were able to chase two men down who were in a stolen car after it crashed into a police cruiser.
But this morning, a third suspect is still on the run, and there's some other details in this. Let's go to WKYT's Victor Puente live now with this news that's been developing overnight. Victor, good morning.
Police have two men in custody but are still searching for a third. They say this chase damaged a police cruiser and led to a search for a gun. It started on Terrace View when police say they identified a stolen vehicle and tried to pull it over. They say the driver refused to stop and struck a cruiser while running from them. That officer wasn't injured, and the supervisor called off the chase, instead setting up a search of the area. That car was spotted on Red Mile Road, and police say the three men inside took off on foot, running across the Red Mile racetrack. They caught one of them at Curry Avenue in Angliana. K-9 units tracked a second person, and police say as they went to arrest him, he wouldn't show his hands, and they believed he may have been armed, so they released the dog on him, and that dog bit him. They say when they began searching the man, they found that he didn't show his hands because he had shot himself in the hand and grazed his stomach while he was running. He told them where he had hid that gun, and they were able to locate it. Police are still searching for the third person from that car. They haven't released the names of the two men who were arrested or the charges they'll be facing. Live in Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
New on WKYT this morning, police in Jessamine County are looking for a masked man who robbed a Kroger pharmacy. Happened at the store near the Fayette County line. Police say a man wearing a surgical mask handed the clerk a note. That note said the clerk had 30 seconds to put bottles of oxycodone in a bag or someone would get hurt. Investigators took in surveillance video for evidence.
A Whitley County Sheriff's deputy was rushed to the hospital after an on-duty crash. It happened on Deep Branch Road off Highway 92 near Williamsburg. Sheriff Colin Harrell says the deputy, who is also his son, was involved in a head-on crash. He was taken to a hospital as a precaution. The sheriff says the other driver was not hurt.
A Central Kentucky mother says she fears for her missing daughter's safety. The Boyle County Sheriff's Office says 17-year-old Brandy Hall was reported missing Monday night. Brandy's mother, Melissa Crawford, says she last saw her daughter that morning, but when her husband got home that afternoon, Crawford says her daughter was gone. Police say they have gotten several reports from several states, but none of the leads have actually panned out. Crawford now worries her daughter could be in danger.
The initial thought was maybe she was just going out for a while with someone, but now I'm afraid that she could be hurt or, held against her will. That's really what I'm afraid of now.
Crawford says there will be a prayer vigil tonight at 6 at Indian Hills Christian Church in Danville.
A man is in critical condition this morning after being shot in his Harlan County home. New this morning, state police say the man was shot on Abe Hill Road in the Cold Iron community. Right now, investigators don't know who shot the man or why this happened. His name has not been released to us at this point. New this morning, bullets were sent flying into two Lexington homes. There were two seemingly separate shootings late last night, the first one on Alumni Drive. There, two people called police after they said a bullet came into their apartment. And while police were there, more gunshots were heard. This time, it was on Mount Tabor Road, not far away. A home also hit by bullets there, but no one was hurt in either case.
Well, the family of a fallen state trooper is creating scholarships to honor his memory. In June, Trooper Eric Chrisman died in a crash while responding to a call in western Kentucky. He was from Anderson County. Trooper Chrisman's parents say his sister came up with the idea to help students at the school he graduated from, the Christian Academy of Lawrenceburg. The Chrismans are now raising money for the scholarships. You can donate at Century Bank in Lawrenceburg or at the Christian Academy of Lawrenceburg.
All right, it is 6:05 on WKYT this morning.
6:05.
And it's already New Year's in some places.
Counting down the hours, right? We are counting it down to 2016. Lots of events going on around town and tonight in Lexington and around the world.
Take a shot right now, and you can
New
see
Zealand.
the excitement there. Fireworks already going off in New Zealand. They're just now ringing in 2016 there. And back home, police, of course, want to make sure that you enjoy tonight responsibly and safely. And WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain is live in downtown Lexington with some tips on that. Good morning, Michelle.
Yeah, it is New Year's Eve. Can you believe it? We are less than 18 hours away from ringing in a new year. I can't believe it's this time of year already. Now, if you're looking for fun things to do, there are plenty of options here in downtown Lexington. Several of the bars are having parties for people to come and celebrate, and several Lexington hotels are also offering packages which include live entertainment. The Grand Reserve is having its first ever New Year's Eve masquerade ball. The Lexington Philharmonic will be having a concert at the Lexington Opera House, and there's even a celebration at the Red Mile. Now, state police will have checkpoints set up throughout the state, and Lexington police will have extra traffic patrols keeping an eye out for those driving under the influence. So please plan ahead, get a cab, get an Uber, do what you need to do to stay safe, and please do not drink and drive. Live in Lexington, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
Well, just stay safe out there and have fun. And, if you make resolutions, try to stick with them, right?
Well, and I just tweeted, because there's this fitness motivator thing that it said, basically get back on the horse. If you fall down, and everybody does with those resolutions, then just try again.
Just
so
go for it again.
Yeah, there you go. 6:07 now on WKYT This Morning.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Yeah, my New Year's resolution is basically going to be, I just got back from vacation after about a week and a half off. I'm going to have to lose the weight that I just put on from Christmas and everything else. My goodness, a lot of food was eaten there at my house, I can tell you that. 36 degrees there in Lexington. Hope your holidays were good. I'm back this morning. It's the first time in almost 8 to 9 days that I haven't been here, so hope everything went well for you guys. 30s outside this morning, 40s down toward the southeast. And as we approach the afternoon off into the evening, it's still going to be pretty chilly. 4 p.m., 39 degrees. We could have some peaks of sunshine. Remember, patchy drizzle this morning. Once we get off into the afternoon, it really withers away. Most of us stay dry, though. Off toward 8 p.m. to about 11 p.m., things get really chilly. We're getting just below that freezing mark at 29 degrees, just as we kind of tap into the new year next year. And it looks pretty good, but it's going to be chilly. Jackets will be needed, there's no doubt about it, but at least it will feel like the new year. Colder temperatures slide on in, and it's flipping this weather pattern. We're going from the 60s and 70s to really the 30s, maybe even some 40s mixed in here and there. And that's actually average being right around 40 degrees, depending on where you live. Mainly dry, though, as we approach the next few days. And I say mainly dry, not all the way dry. You've got to remember, tomorrow morning, there's a possibility of a few flurries flying around, but for the most part, we'll stay dry off through your weekend. And your weekend doesn't look all that bad. We'll have a mixture of sun and clouds. Temperatures in the upper 30s, lower 40s. Remember, that's actually close to average, but it's still chilly compared to where we have been the past few days. And look, we're going to get off into your next few days, too. Holding on to cloudy skies, but then we'll start to see some sunshine there for the weekend. So 39 today, 36 there on Friday. We get toward your Saturday and Sunday, and it does look like we're going to be looking at those temperatures get a little closer to average. But if you're looking for the opportunity for maybe a few flakes, Bill, it looks like we're going to be setting right there around Monday for the possibility of doing that. But really, you know what I've been asked several times the past few weeks is, when are we not only going to see cold air, here's your cold air, but also a good snow, not just some flurries flying around. Good snow does not look possible anytime soon.
You remember last year, right? We got mid-February, we got the huge snowstorm, and then in mid-March, another huge snowstorm. There's plenty of time.
Yes, there's a long time for it. There you go.
Keep that in mind. 6:09 on WKYT this morning, and each morning we bring you weather and traffic together right here. And here's a look at what is happening on the roads right now. It's a good flow in. We have no reports of any major problems. Just a couple of spots where things are slowed down just a tad. Nicholasville Road, though, is now moving along just fine. Versailles Road, a good ride in this morning, and really everywhere from the communities throughout the Bluegrass, we have no reports of any major issues today, and even some of those construction projects will probably be,
halt.
not in progress today because of so many people will be out for New Year's later on tonight, and maybe a holiday for the construction workers tomorrow.
Well, let's hope so. They deserve it.
You got it. All right, a lot more news coming up on WKYT on your Thursday morning, New Year's Eve.
More evacuations have been ordered in Missouri as the Mississippi River and other rivers regionally reach record flood levels.
Reaction is pouring in after Bill Cosby was arrested and charged with sexual assault. I'm Kenneth Craig in Elkins Park, Pennsylvania with the very latest coming up.